would be nice if we had something to eat.
Why didn't you bring something from work?
What work?
Your job at the fast food chain?
Oh, that job.
You mean?
Yeah, I got fired.
But you just started there today.
The day's still young.
What happened?
So my boss puts me on the cash register.
Wait, what made your boss think that you could handle customers on the first day?
I don't know. It was probably on my resume or something.
You don't know?
I can't keep up with everything I've ever done.
Yeah, that's one hell of a laundry list.
Shut up. So my first customer comes to the counter, and I ask, how many in your party?
Since when do fast food chains ask that question?
Since I made it a thing.
Did it catch on?
It wasn't given a chance.
Uh-huh.
So the guy said, just me. So I asked him, what do you have? He said, I'll take a 10-piece bucket of extra crispy, extra fried chicken, mashed potatoes with the thickest gravy, 6 buttermilk biscuits with extra butter, 3 large chili cheese fries, 10 nacho tacos, and a large soda.
All that for one guy?
Uh-huh.
How do you know?
Because when I asked him for here to go, he said for here.
How do you know his friends and family weren't sitting at a table already?
I don't. But it didn't matter.
How come?
Because...
Because what?
Well,
what?
there might have been a string of words that exited my mouth when sequenced in a particular order may have been misinterpreted from its original intent.
What did you say?
Geez, why don't you give up on life already?
That's no way to talk to a customer.
Since when?
Since always.
Are we not in America?
We are, but that's just not good customer service.
You're not my boss.
Good thing for you I'm not, because if I saw that...
Don't worry, my boss did see the whole thing.
Good thing he fired you before you could make it worse.
That's not how I got fired.
It isn't?
Nope.
How?
You have no idea how desperate they are for workers.
What did he do?
He comped the customer the entire meal.
That was nice of him.
Yeah, the customer jumped for joy like he won a trip to Disney World.
So, if he didn't fire you for that, what did he do?
He put me on cleaning duty.
Cleaning what? The floors?
No.
The bathrooms?
Hell no.
Then what?
The food prep stations.
That sounds simple enough.
Maybe to the layman.
What's so difficult about that?
Getting the timing down.
What timing?
My boss said that the counters needed to be spotless every 5 minutes.
What's the problem with timing if you know exactly when you need to do it?
My coworkers.
What's wrong with them?
They wouldn't get out of the way when it was time for me to clean.
Did you ask them?
Ask them what?
To kindly step aside so you could clean.
Why would I?
Because it's courteous.
Why can't they be courteous to me and get the hell out of the way?
Sometimes you have to be the one to extend the olive branch of kindness.
Or everybody was just working against me.
How?
They knew I had a job to do, wouldn't let me do it, and plotted to get me fired.
That's ridiculous.
Nuh-uh.
So what happened?
Once I was under their plan, I waited for an opening.
An opening?
Whenever one of them would run out of food, they would leave their station to get some more. And once they did, I could clean.
That's not a bad idea.
I know, I thought of it. So one lady leaves, and I sprung into action. But there was one problem.
And what was that?
She didn't run out of food. There was still a bunch of food left on her station.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Smoke some crack for all I know.
How can you say that?
She looked the type.
And what type is that?
The smoking crack type. Are you having trouble keeping up?
What happened to you can't judge a book by its cover?
This book's cover was pretty worn out and rough around the edges. Probably from all the crack she smoked.
Will you get off the crack?
Don't yell at me. She's the crackhead.
Get back to the story.
So I decided to clean around the food, carefully spraying around it.
And that's when your good idea turned into a bad one.
That's because it didn't get the chance.
What do you mean?
As I was about to spray, she yells, "What you doing?" from behind. It scares the bejesus out of me.
What did you do?
Instead of tactically spraying around, I sprayed all over the food.
Of course you did.
And unbeknownst to me, my boss was standing there watching the whole thing.
And that's when he sent you home packing.
No, after he yelled at me, he told me to throw the food I sprayed into the trash and take it to the dumpster.
Even you could handle that.
I could if it wasn't another trap.
Another trap?
Yeah, as I'm about to throw the bag into the dumpster, this homeless guy comes over and asks me if there's any food in it.
That's sad.
I know, but for the first time in my life, I felt empowered. Like I could finally do something that would make a difference in someone's life.
You didn't.
I told him there's a bucket's worth of fried chicken in here.
You gave him contaminated food?
Jeez, when you say it like that, it sounds bad.
It is. You handed him poison.
Not exactly.
What do you mean?
My boss came running over and stopped me from handing him the food.
Thank goodness.
Not really.
Why not?
Because my boss explained to him that the food was poisoned, and then gave him a coupon for a free meal to make up for the mishap.
That's a good thing. He avoided a disaster.
You mean sabotage my charitable contribution to society?
You know, the world doesn't revolve around you.
If it did, this would be definitive proof of a cruel world.
I'll bet that's when he had it up to here with you.
Good guess.
What did he have to say to you?
He said, my restaurant's been rated the cleanest in this city 5 years in a row, and ranks #1 in the most delicious affordable food. How can I continue to meet those expectations with you around?
And what did you say?
I took off my apron, put on my sunglasses, and I said, this food might be finger-licking good, but I've reserved one of those fingers specifically for you. Can you guess which one?
That's unbelievable.
I know, trying to put all the blame on me.
But you were to blame.
Whatever, I'm still hungry.
Well, why don't you go there and get something to eat? That was your favorite restaurant before you worked there.
Not only did he fire me, but he also banned me.
Well, there are other restaurants around.
Or you could go pick it up for me.
No!
Kick a man while he's down, why don't you?